Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What I do for you. Still a little perturbed, but I'm calmed down a little bit. But I got another rant to go on today. Sorry about that, but yeah, I got some things I try to work out. My system, this is my therapy, as my man says. So I'm on the couch right now. Shrink me. Right thinkers, let's talk about Black history. Is our history. I teach it daily. Let's talk about it. But let's do what we do first. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. Again, this is another life lesson. I got to bring it to you the best I could, but that's what I do for you. You tuning in, the numbers said you like them, so I'm going to keep giving it to you. Let's do it. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline when daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, to get you to do just that. If you're tuning in, that should be your goal, to know yourself. He's about to say, that's my goal. I say I can get you to know yourself. That's my intention, and I'm here doing what I do for you on a day-to-day basis to do just that. Let's go. Know thyself. The question I asked: do you know you? If not, tune in to me. I can help you with that. It's rhetorical, but if some people don't have the right answer, right thinkers, we don't have the right answer. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Not a right thinker. Disregard them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. I know about your boy TD having some issues, and I ain't going there. That wise. Follow them, okay? But I think it's know thyself, and as usual, always, Maya, be true. Right thinkers. Let's talk about, again, Black history is our history. I teach it daily, not monthly. I'm not going to wait till February to teach Black history. So I got a little issue with this. So I'm on the couch right now. Understand me. Okay. We as Black people should know what? Our history. I teach ancient Egyptian history concepts. Period. Ain't nothing in my teachers says white. Ain't none of my guys white. Ain't none of my conceptual mythological characters white. Understand that? So, but it's our history. We practice white history 11 months out of the year. Why? When we only get 1 month of Black history, nobody seems to have a problem with that. I'm losing my mind because why we need to learn white history? I say we go Black history all year and just disregard the white history. The educational system is based on white history. I don't need to know that. I already know that. Don't do me no good. Dick Silent Jane went to hell, get that don't mean me no good. Learn about Haru, my higher self, Asar, the first spirit in man, understand the creation story, get the mythological that's gonna help me become a better person and get to God. That's what I'm teaching. That's what I learned. That's what I mastered. So the problem with this white history, we don't even call it white history. We call it history, but it's really his story. Why? Because he's telling us his story. When we go get our story, oh, here you go that Black stuff, here you go that Egyptian stuff. It's our heritage, it's our ancestors. We need to know that, but we need to know about it. Come on, man, I'm going back and forth with that nonsense, but yeah, that's why I'm at. My lessons, my philosophical points of view, my right thinking don't have white people in it at all. I ain't ashamed to say that. Don't make me racist. and the white people in Africa and Egypt during our time. So what's the problem? They came along later, okay, invaded us and took over and stole everything. But that's another story. But the real deal is, I'm not racist because I don't teach white history. I'm teaching our people about us. Simple as that. Moving on. Why do we, as black people, accept that white Christ, aka God, and I'm coming up. I had a white Christ in my great grandmother had that Jesus. Come on, man. When you're ignorant, they can sell you and tell you anything, and especially if you're ignorant of yourself. I'm going down the list. I don't get too ahead of myself. I'm trying to make this lesson clear and understand it. It ain't about nothing but other than the truth. We've been listening to that man's story. We've been listening to him for the last 2,000 years. Really been before more like 5. But and him, from the Greeks to the Romans, they've been controlled ever since they took the African Egyptian commission concept out of position. Now we listen to them, what they say. Get the original. We get copies. I don't like the copy. Okay, that's my concept. But watch this now. Why do we, black people, only get to celebrate our history 1 month? The shortest month. Everything that's bad, we don't get a break on nothing. We ain't really digesting that. We ain't really conceiving. Well, this guy really ain't playing fair. Everything he do, it's always, who is that? That I tell you, that deal maker that always wants you to think he's doing something for you, thinking he really looking at you, and all the time he holding you. That's devilish mentality. That's not godly. Those ain't godly people. Moving on. We, as the black race, was known as the most spiritual people to walk the earth. Why? Because we're spiritual beings having human experience. We taught that. We knew that. We ain't brainwashing you and tell you a whole bunch of shit about God's up there, out there. He looking at and all that nonsense. That's his story, not ours. I don't need that. He gave us that. We need to stop giving it to ours. Why? It don't work. Moving on. I teach our AKA Black history. Well, we black people. Year round. I put white history down years ago. Okay. We had to learn that. I learned it. It means serves me no way, no how, no good. Why? Because it's our brainwash. It's all superstitious, folklore, allegorical stories that we think is real because they want y'all to believe that Bible is so holy. Moving on, I get caught up in that. So I hate when I can do this, but I gotta start getting this. I become personal. I get a little agitated. Our our history as black people is black history. But they ain't got to say black for us. It's history to us. Why don't say white history? They don't call it white history. Sally, Dick, and Jane are not our history. Asar, Aset, Haru is what I teach to you. Why? Because that's us. That's our story. That's why. The Bible was written by, I'm going to use the Native American vernacular, the pale face. And what the Native Americans say about the pale face, he speak with a forked tongue. That's a fact. Why? This was presented to them, they experienced it, so they let you know, don't trust him. Where the Native Americans at right now? Don't trust the pale face, aka forked tongue speakers. That means they are liars. Who lie? The devil, the deceiver. God don't lie. You got the truth and the lie. You got to have one. You can't have one without the other. So the opposite of the truth is a lie. Opposite of God is what? The devil, evil. So when you, in the physical form, perform devilish acts, that brings the devil to reality. Other than that, he's in your mind. When you're doing spiritual things, good work, you're living godly. That keeps God present. We got too many devils and not enough gods. How about that? And that 85 number is all devils. That 10%, more devils just hiding. Okay, with a little more knowledge and understanding, they can hide a little better. But the 5% is the purity. We need to change that number. I'm proud to be in that number, but I'm ashamed so that it's so low. I'm not egotistical thing. I'm 5%. Y'all 85%. Y'all dumb. Y'all 10%. Y'all just still robbing. I ain't got time for that nonsense. I want to change that 85 number. I want to change that 10 number to our side. That 85 is too high. I keep telling you that side, but yeah, I got an issue with that. And we as black people should look at that and say they talking about us. Yeah, pretty much. I don't teach. Excuse me. I don't teach history to our people. I teach our ancient ancestors' story. That's what I studied. That's what I learned. That's what I mastered. That's what I teach. I didn't go get a degree in history from the white man's school. I didn't go to get a degree in black studies from the white man's school. Teach me about black people. Really? Oh, I forgot. That's the HCBC job. HCBC, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, but guess what? Yeah, I still teach the same doctrine that the white man teach. He didn't say, I let you open up a black facility to teach black. No, 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 no. You can teach our stuff to your black people. Sound familiar? It's been that way since the beginning. Moving on, excuse me. Yeah, I'm spiritually enlightened. I have knowledge of spiritual concepts, mythological concepts, but I put them to use. I'm manifesto, so now I understand how to use those concepts. And I'm sure you how to do the same thing. They don't want you to know that. Why? If you knew how to get to God without church, without going to pay a pastor of religion to teach you, they would be out of business. That's why. So when you become spiritual, they get to worry. Why? Because you might start the truth. Yeah, spirituality is living the truth for your higher self, not a bunch of people giving you a bunch of commandments and telling you to do this and they ain't doing it. If a person saying this and ain't doing it, don't listen to them. Bunch of that going on. Oh yeah, yeah. And I understand how you will never see two commissions following my yacht argue about my yacht. I see a bunch of Christians in that book beating each other up over that same book. How you gonna slap me with the book that you following? And I don't understand that one. Y'all gonna prove that book with the book. See, everything is based on that book. Get out the book. Get some real understanding, and you'll see that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But oh, that book is holy. Oh, that's God's word. Oh, that's really you that naive. I got some bridges I need to set you. Okay, but I'm spiritually enlightened, not with biblical knowledge, but self-knowledge, not with scholarly knowledge, self-knowledge, common sense, straight out. I can elaborate to you at 5 or 85. Don't make a difference to me, but I can explain it. I can break it down where you can understand it. Them scholarly guys, you gotta be college educated to handle them. Why? They're gonna use big fancy words and talk over your head in order to deal with you. They gotta be condescending. They gotta lower their level of intellect to deal with less smart people. That infuriates me too. Moving on. That's why they give you their doctorate. That's why they call you doctor somebody. I'm a doctor. No, you ain't. You went and got a doctorate degree, but that doesn't make you a doctor. So again, the title just says what they did. Their actions will show you who they are. Moving on. We as a people, that's why God don't recognize titles, he recognizes deeds. We as a people have been what? Lied to, bamboozled, led astray. All that good stuff that Malcolm was telling us, it's the truth. It ain't like I'm saying the same thing. I'm just not being as vulgar and belligerent, but I'm trying to explain to you in a different manner so they don't come and try to take me out for educating my people with what they're doing to us. I'm not going to be that. No, I'm gonna be nice and smooth with it. I'm gonna educate you so we can change the dynamic ourselves. Don't depend on him to do anything for us, but what he been doing. Understand that we got to take care of us. We as a people have been led astray with what? Religion. That book. Boy, if we ever get that book out their hand and get them the real deal, that would be a change. Because why? Now we start doing what we're supposed to do as a people. Come together, unite, and stick together and make some things happen for us as a people. Like the Jews have been doing. They still have birthright. And I ain't mad at them. Why? We had to write the same thing. They just took it and used it. We didn't. We still floundering around. And they done going about their way now. But guess what? I live down in South Jersey where Lakewood, the Jews, there's a hotel called Lakewood, the Jews run it. I tell people, if you go down there, they talking about black people. Them ain't the best people. No, no, no. If you saw them, you would realize, okay, yeah. But they're not gonna let them take over nothing but them little pockets, let them live on their own. Okay? Remember them? Yeah, but they don't want to be messed with. That's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. We as a people don't want to be messed with either. So it should be the same right. But no, they took our birthright, aka that religion that y'all got, they got you brainwashed with, the BS system is not our story, it's his. He telling you what he wants you to do. Anytime you're gonna take God and make him white, you ain't playing fair. I teach self-knowledge, aka right there philosophy, not superstitious commandments on color of skin. No, to make it different. We already know the people African black, people on the equator, brown skin, dark skin. So I'm not worried about that. I ain't playing that game back and forth. When they white, this is man nonsense. Superstitious knowledge is stories told to us by somebody who wants to just believe what they tell us. Even if what they tell us makes no sense, no factual step, none. You telling me Jesus Christ rose and went to heaven, body and all, we don't have no further conversation. It's a waste of time. Understand that. And if you don't know why, we again don't need that conversation. All right. When knowledge is all black, my knowledge that I teach, my all black. Ain't nothing white about what we do. We taught y'all. Another lesson. Again, I can tell you the Greeks and Romans, the Greeks got knowledge from us, came back and took us over. The Romans learned how to do what? Fight. So they took over the Greeks. Why? Through might. They weren't smart. The Greeks didn't take their smart, they just took our knowledge and made everybody think they're smart. So the Romans just knocked them off and saying, yeah, now we're gonna write a Bible, we're gonna put y'all in slavery for the next thousands of years under our rule. We're still under. Moving on. There's just no history. I know history, trust me. So all they try to educate me about history. Stop, please. I have ancient Commission philosophical concepts up the wazoo. So it ain't about that. It's about what will work for us as a people. That knowledge of self is what will work for us as a people. That's why I went to Egypt to get knowledge and understanding that survived, that they lived spiritually in harmony for 4,000 years. That's what I went to get. That's what I got. That's what I teach. That's why it's working. If we as a people would do what the Jews did, well, what the Jews did, stole our birthright, come together, unite, become one. You can't put three black people in the room and they agree on anything. Religion, anything to make a difference. That's our problem. Ignorance and respect for each other's differences and points of views. Once we understand that, we can do something. Until then, we can keep doing what we're doing, killing each other, fighting each other, and let them control us. That annoys me. That's what makes me upset with us as a people, not him. I know him. I know what he do. If you know a dude is a liar, you know a dude steal. You don't believe the liar. You don't put the thief in a position to steal. So you keep them away from things that they do. They can't hurt you. If a thief is in your mix and you don't know it, he's going to steal from you. If a liar can tell you lies and you don't know he lied, he's going to lie to you. Sorry about that, but that's just the fact. Sorry, well, I lost my train of thought. I lost everything. I got freaked that over here. All right, where we at? Get back on track, dude. Okay, here you go. Watch this. Now, the black man, again, is the original man. We know that. Again, I'm tired of beating that dead horse. Man, okay, we was the leader of the first civilizations. We were living in harmony as a society from the Maya philosophy. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They, as a people, came together as one and followed the one philosophy. The Jews got one philosophy. The first 5 books of the Bible. They were giving them the whole. No, we don't need the whole Bible. No, no. Like nature. Man said, I don't need all that. I just take 5. They comfortable. They don't care true traps about Jesus. They ain't no less blessed. They ain't no less nothing because they don't follow Jesus. And according to them, they wouldn't kill them. And they still being blessed as a people for what I see. So spare me the nonsense. All right. We have been tricked again, bamboozled, led astray. Why? But how could we got tricked? Because of our ignorance of ourselves as a people who let other people creep in, let people tell you this and sway you. Now we got dissension amongst our people, and it ain't been the same since. Egypt ain't pure no more. Egypt went from black to light skin. Why? Because the white people came in and mixed them in, and now you ain't got no pure Egyptian, ain't no pure black. No, they don't want it like that. Why? So they can push it now as almost a white race. That's what's going on. Again, nobody paying attention to none of that. Why? Because it don't affect them, so to speak. But we not watching what's going on from the powers that be. So we as a people need to take amongst ourselves and do what we need to do for us. Your skin color is not what makes you godly or the devil. Your ivory, your deeds, and the white man, your history shows who and what you are. Our history shows we was a great race of people, and now we slaves to you, and we going to hell in the handbasket since y'all in control. When we was leading the civilization, we built a great edifice to who? God. Y'all built a skyscraper for who? So moving on. All people history is about what? That race of people. Am I correct? Okay, let's start with that. There's another one. Let's make this. Oh, I'm sorry about that, but just a little longer than I expected. All right, here we go. Let's speed it up a little bit. Now we're gonna pick up. The Chinese don't have a white God. It's Chinese. Confucius ain't white. They didn't make Confucius white. He's a Chinese. They follow his philosophy. Buddha, he ain't white. He's a little man, little fat, pudgy guy, brown skin, okay, out of India, who don't do nothing as far as other guys. They respect him, right? They even got blue guys, okay, different color. Now the commission guys, understand this, were all black, god and goddesses. We didn't know white people as per se. Why? We didn't have none. They came in, okay, or we went out and saw them, but we didn't have to worry about the white man in our midst. But when he came in, once that man came in, it's been a rap ever since. Why? Because he's the devil, and we don't understand that devilish mentality. And ever since then, we've been going to hell in a handbasket. Why? Because the devil's in control. He done took over. And when God get tired of that nonsense, he's gonna change hands again. If we as a people can't do it, he said, well, if y'all can't handle it, I'll come down and take care of it for you. I sent you my son, you sent him back all messed up. Just a quick jokey joke. But watch this. Where I'm at. Where am I? Right here. Hold on one second. Yeah, sorry about that. Watch this. The Native Americans, aka who you call Indians, because your boy came here and told me I'm in India. No, you're not. You're lost. Again, ignorant of what he doing, but he gave the name. And one thing about them people, my brother, I never forget this. He said his name is Lawrence. They call him Larry. No, my name is Lawrence. Just go back to the Greeks. We told the Greek Asar. No, he's Osiris. I said, no, she's Isis. Haru. No, that's Horus. That's what you want to call them. See, they've been doing that a long time, so you got to be careful of that. So if you don't know thyself, you let somebody label you something, they don't know you. When I tell you who I am, you ain't got to tell me nothing about me. Moving on, but that's the concept. Native Americans, aka Indians, the name by Christopher Columbus. Dumbass, excuse me. But yeah, come on, dog. You can't tell people who they are. You're supposed to ingratiate them and who are you? What that's not, they want to come and conquer. They brought everything bad to Native Americans. Everything bad. Quick lesson about the spirit. Nobody call alcohol spirits. The Indians was the quiet, creeping people. They come and get you. You never know they hit you. They were stealth. The white man, pale face, came and gave him that juice. They go crazy. And y'all think the Indians no, that was because they got the spirits. And they still call it alcohol spirits. I don't drink the spirits. I respect the spirits. I ain't trying to drink them. I'll get nausea of them. I use them. But drinking it, moving on right quick. Now, how did the black man go to Europe and come back a white man? Jesus left, came back white. Another lesson, but that was the concept. So y'all change stuff. Y'all change stuff. That's not what it's meant to be. Moving on. Let's go right quick. Ending that, wrapping this up. White history is white people's story, which is fine. But that's what you give us. You don't call it white history, but you call us studying us black history. Like my man George Wallace. Some things just make me say, or us, make you say, make you think a little bit. We should get more about thinking. I'm always thinking. I'm right thinking. Moving on. Watch this. White history is about who? White people. They even took Zeus, made him white. They took Ra and made him into Zeus and made him white. But the story is, if Zeus was not a good man, he cheated on his wife, the outside kid. If they ain't a black man, I'm just saying the stereotype of a black man. I use the other word, but I ain't going there. But yeah, sound like my man. I got about 6. But yeah, so this is a jokey joke. We know that, but watch this. Why is history? Why is white history just called history? We don't call the white man's story white history, do we? Nope. Native American history, Indian. Everybody got their own history, but the white man's just go history. We got to put something in front of our black history. We black people. It should just be history to us. That's how I look at it. But for us black people, our story is the original story, and it is really black history. Why we don't get the nomination of teaching what started this thing out? We gotta go offshoot. Why? Because the white man put his in control. Roman Catholics did this, that. Where we at? Okay, white history is what lies about them doing good things, miraculous things, well, according to them. They can tell you a story about them. Really, if a man blows his own horn about how good he is, we call that egoistic or we call that self-centered. All that. So why, when a white man do it, it's okay. But then we find the truth. We know you're lying. Why? Because you found the truth. You said this. The proof, truth shows this. That means you're a liar. Simple as that. The Indians, right again, speak with a forked tongue. Hello, let me wrap this up. True history, first of all, is our, aka black history. What we need to do is learn it, teach it, institute it, live it, and we can make a difference in the world right here today. Hope that lesson. I'll be back. I'm not done.